All right, everybody, welcome back. We are jumping into another deep dive today.
Yeah.
And you guys sent in some really fascinating stuff about Tang Sanzang from Journey to the West.
Yeah.
One of the 4 great classical novels of Chinese literature. And I got to say, I was really struck by how much more there is to this guy than meets the eye. I mean, forget just a simple monk.
Right.
This is a scholar. This is a leader.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes. He does. He's a flawed hero, definitely. But I think that that's also part of what makes him so relatable.
That's what's so interesting, because you've got this story.
Yeah.
It's packed full of fantastical elements. And yet at the center of it, you have this guy.
Right.
Who is
very human.
Incredibly human. And his journey feels very human, even centuries later.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that makes it so relatable is that he starts off as this, we're told that he was originally Jin Chanzi.
Yes.
This top disciple of the Buddha.
Right.
Exactly. And then he gets demoted.
It's like getting kicked out of Buddhist school.
Right. And you think, like, what could he have possibly done?
Yeah, I mean, was he late for meditation?
Right, exactly. Like, what was so bad?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, it actually, if you kind of look into it, the idea of disrespecting the teachings is a pretty big deal.
Okay.
It wasn't just a matter of bad manners. It was more like a fundamental lack of understanding of what the Buddha was trying to teach.
Okay, so maybe even a little arrogance?
Yeah, perhaps arrogance, yeah. Thinking that he had it all figured out when really he didn't.
And so that makes his eventual journey to retrieve the scriptures even more interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like he's given this second chance to go back and really learn what he missed the first time around.
Okay, so he gets reborn as Tang Sanzang.
Right.
And right away, I mean, even his entry into this world is pretty dramatic.
Yeah, it's not a smooth...
Abandoned as a baby.
No, he's...
raised in a monastery.
Yeah, he has a tough start.
It makes you wonder, like, how did that shape him?
Right. Well, I think it definitely sets the stage for his spiritual path. I mean, being surrounded by these Buddhist teachings from such a young age, I imagine that instilled a certain longing in him for the kind of wisdom that he had perhaps taken for granted in his previous life.
So like a foundation.
Yeah, a foundation.
But he doesn't just kind of blend into the background at this monastery.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
He gets picked by the emperor to lead the Water and Land Assembly.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is a big deal.
Huge deal.
I mean, massive, elaborate Buddhist ceremony.
Yeah, it's like a state-sponsored event.
Yeah.
You know, for the salvation of all beings. It's a really, really big deal.
And that must have said something about his abilities.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to be chosen for something like that, you have to be a respected scholar. You have to have serious spiritual leadership qualities. So it really... I think this part of the story highlights his reputation. Before he even embarks on his journey, it shows us that he's not just some naive monk who's about to get, thrown into this crazy adventure.
So we have this very complex character, right?
Yes.
A former top disciple who messed up.
Yeah.
Got a second chance.
Yeah.
Earned a ton of respect. And now he's off to go get these scriptures.
Right.
But, and forgive me for saying this.
Yeah.
But he makes some really questionable decisions.
He makes some bad decisions.
Along the way.
Right.
Yes, he does.
Constantly falling for demon tricks, sending his powerful protector, the Monkey King, packing multiple times. I mean, it's almost frustrating.
It is frustrating.
To read.
Right.
As someone who's reading the story, it's like, what are you doing, man?
Why?
Why?
It's true.
Yeah.
I think that's part of what makes him human, though.
Okay.
He's deeply flawed. He's stubborn. He's easily swayed by appearances. And sometimes I think his compassion actually blinds him to danger.
But I think that's what makes the story so compelling, Because if he were perfect, it wouldn't resonate with us as much.
Right.
I think we see ourselves in his struggles, in his moments of doubt, his poor judgment.
Yeah, I guess we all kind of have those Monkey King moments in our lives where we like push away help.
Absolutely.
Or make the same mistakes again and again.
Totally. We've all been there. And just like us, Tang Sanzang learns through these experiences. I mean, that's the whole point, right? He's on this journey not just to retrieve the scriptures, but also to transform himself. And one of the key turning points is that true and false Monkey King incident.
Yes.
Where he finally realizes he needs his disciples.
Yeah.
He needs their strengths. He needs their different perspectives.
Yeah.
And he learns that enlightenment isn't a solo journey.
So if we connect all these pieces, what's the bigger picture here?
Right.
What is Tang Sanzang's story actually trying to tell us?
Well, I think Journey to the West is a story full of symbolism, right? And I think Tang Sanzang's journey is a reflection of our own paths to growth.
Okay.
We all have baggage. We all make mistakes. We all face obstacles. But through perseverance, through learning from our mistakes, through embracing the support of others, we can overcome those challenges and move closer to our own versions of enlightenment.
So it's not just about this monk going to get some books. It's about the challenges we all face. The importance of learning from our mistakes and the power of relying on others. Along the way.
And I think the fact that Tang Sanzang, with all his flaws, ultimately reaches enlightenment and becomes a Buddha, I mean, that's a pretty powerful message. It really makes you think about what potential lies within each of us.
Absolutely. And that is a great place to end it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.
See you next time.